This is Rebecca Vargas reporting live, and today I'm going to tell you what I dreamt about last night, or this morning rather, not last night. It was this morning. It was about angels, and here's what happened to me. Okay, I dreamt this morning. I woke up and I had asked Sandy, I said, did you dream? And she said, yes. And I said, I didn't. So then I went back to sleep. And when I went back to sleep, I had this dream. This is not my first dream about angels, nor being with or around them. And I usually have a female angel that guides me around through different scenarios, like visiting heaven, visiting hell, seeing my kingdom and such like that. This time, it was like a tornado of angels, and I kept hearing their wings go like you would a bird in a cage, except for they weren't in a cage. And there was so many of them all around me, and they were working, and I was working too. And I was putting like something, I'm not sure what it was, into a container. And an angel, which was a male, there was so many of them around me too. And their wings were down, but they were busy working. And every time I looked up from my area, they were all smiling, real big smiles and really beautiful, right in my face, looking directly at me. And I could hear their wing, it's like almost like knocking dust off of them. I don't know, like a bird. So then I was trying to put whatever I was doing. I want to say it was like assembly line, but it was so much better than assembly line. I was trying to put something in what I thought was a box. And an angel stepped forward out of all these other angels, and I'm talking about like a tornado of angels all around me, stepped forward and said, Rebecca, there are no corners. And I said, there are no corners? And the angel said, right, there are no corners. Just put it down and fill it up and wait till the next one comes. Also, there were flowers everywhere, and angels everywhere. Well, the next thing I know, every time I look up now, they're all making eye contact with me, and I'm so excited I can barely say it. They're all making eye contact with me, and they all have beautiful, beautiful smiles. And it's like, oh, it's so exciting. It's a wall of angels, right? As far as you can see, it's nothing but angels. It's so beautiful and so exciting. And my heart's beating. And my heart is beating like crazy. And I'm like filling up whatever I'm filling up in front of me. And another one comes and I fill it up and I fill it up, and another one comes, and then I see hands coming up out of wherever we are, like this, doing this, doing this. And this is working with the angels, apparently, because they're all doing this. And I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. This is like what you see at church, where everybody puts their hand like this. And so I am like, oh, and so the angel instructs me to pour what we have onto these hands. And so all of the angels do it. Now, at this point, all these angels' wings are open. They're completely circling me in something huge and big all around me. This just happened this morning. All around me is a big circle of angels, bigger than a tornado, wings open, huge all around me. This happened. And I was so excited, and I was feeding all of these hands, whatever I'm supposed to be giving them. I guess it's God ordained. And I'm feeding all of these hands doing this, and I'm giving them whatever they want. It is so beautiful. And I'm just like, oh, this is amazing. This is so beautiful. And I'm pouring it on their hands. And the angels are pleased, and they're smiling, and it's just, they're happy. And I know I'm doing this for God. And so I'm excited, and I just feel it, and I had to tell everybody. I told Sandy, I told my daughters, I was like, I worked with the angels last night. I looked it up on Google to see if anybody else had done this, because I did it, and I know I did it. I just did this morning, and it was so amazing. And then I read where horses and angels are alike, because horses and angels like to be free or near open gates because they like to be near each other. And that made me understand my thing with horses. This is big, y'all. This is so beautiful, and I understand so much more than I did before. Man, do y'all feel that? That's Jesus and God. And I got to work with angels this morning in a beautiful dream, and I have to share that with people that care and are believers in Christ, like myself. I really did get to work with a bunch of angels, and one called me out by my name, Rebecca, he said, and he said, there are no corners. Now, I started thinking, what if I applied that to my life? There are no corners, and I was serving. I don't mind that. Rebecca means servant of God in Hebrew. There are no corners. If there are no corners, then you can keep filling it up and pouring on to others and giving. And God is pleased, and that makes me happy. And that just happened. Isn't that wonderful? It happened earlier this morning because afterwards I sat and just stared. I couldn't even make a cup of coffee. I was just like, angels all around me. No, I'm not on drugs. Nothing like that. This was a super encounter with a super being. God sent that to me, and I am sharing it with you. Yeah, I got to work with angels, serving. I got to do that. That was what happened. And I'm fixing to go to my daughter's house and tell her, another daughter. I have 3 daughters. But I've got to tell them. I've got to tell everybody I see. I know I do. I'm sorry, my crazy hair is in the way. But I just wanted to share that. It's so amazing. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that wonderful? And they were all smiling. It was so great. They were smiling. Yeah. I love God. And I know that this is a good thing to tell people because it matters. There are no corners. God is endless. There are no corners. And there's more than one angel. Of course you know that, but I mean, there was a circle of angels as far up as I could see. And this time, their wings were spread wide open. And it encased me all the way around, all the way up and all the way around me. Bigger and longer than you could imagine seeing. And I was in awe of it. At first, I was just working, doing my thing. Then I see the hands. And then I am serving them, pouring. And then I see, when I look up, oh, it was so beautiful. I wish there was an app for what I had a dream about. That was God. Thank you, God. Beautiful. This is Rebecca Vargas, reporting more live than ever. I am surrounded by God's grace and so many angels. Yeah, that's cool.